second.
Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, everybody, and we are on episode 9, everybody. We literally have one more episode next week, the final episode of the first season of this pretty damn good continuation of the Mighty Ducks movies, everybody. So, last week's episode left us off where Evan and the hockey team decided that they need to fire Alex, everybody, Evan's mom. So it picks up with Evan walking around back and forth in his bedroom, and then Nick calls him and he's like, "Have you done it yet?" And he's like, "She's my mom." So, and he does eventually let her know that she has to be let go. He's like, "Mom, I gotta let you go." And she's like, "Are you're firing me? Oh, okay." And he explains to her why, that like, you said this was all about fun and stuff, and like, and she realized what she's been doing, and she says, "Okay, you go to States." And they show all the kids getting on the bus. Bombay gets on, and he's like, "Well, I guess I'm in charge now." So, and he tells them kind of their plans when they're getting there and everything. And while we're on the bus, before we get to the rest of this episode, I do kind of feel like this episode was a little bit of a filler episode to States. Because there was no hockey at all. Nothing hockey related in this episode. This episode was focused solely on tweeny drama stuff, and I would say the relationships between some of our characters in the show. That's basically what this episode was about, and showing them experiencing states, like the things that go on when you go to like state championships in sports, whether it's in middle school, high school, and how they have banquets, they have little get-together parties for the kids. They have souvenirs that they can buy they have like officially the logos. They show them like experiencing that side of like states and stuff with sports, which I thought was kind of cool because I remember doing that kind of stuff in football and in basketball and shit in middle school and high school. So I remember experiencing that kind of stuff, and it is a big part of going to something like that. But there was no hockey in this episode. Not one little drop of hockey. So we're on the bus, and Sophie and Maya and Lauren all decide they're going to have themselves a girls' weekend, everybody. That's right. It's a girls' weekend, and Evan and the guys are all on the other end of the bus talking, and Evan says that he likes Sophie and wants to ask her to the dance that's at 7 o'clock that night because they're having a little dance for them all. And so there was just this little thing of them going back and forth about trying to date and asking each other to date through cell phones, which is just the way things are today. It's a lot of tweeny drama stuff in this episode, everybody. So yeah, Evan and Sophie through this whole episode, like Evan doesn't muster up, and he thinks that she turned him down because of the text that he got because of their girls' weekend or whatever. And then he accidentally ends up going to the dance with MJ, the girl that does the announcing for the hockey games and everything with her dad. Because he just kind of got cornered into it, and Sophie sees it, gets all jealous and some shit like that. So, but they show him getting the States and everything, and they're all jacked, they're all excited, and Nick's buying some swag, and he's like decked out, and he's got a hat, he's got a sweatshirt, I think he got a keychain, like all sorts of shit. So they show him all excited about doing the States thing, and Bombay is telling him, I'm going to get us all checked in, and don't forget the party's at 7 tonight, and our game's tomorrow at 2, and, just doing the coach shit. And then we go back to hometown, and Alex goes to work, and she stumbles upon Stephanie freaking out over something because her and her husband are actually getting a divorce. And she basically breaks down in front of Alex and tells her that she's pretty much a horrible person, and she doesn't know why she's so anal about her kids being the best at everything. And like, they actually have a very fun evening together. They drink some very expensive wine, and they have a fun evening together. They kind of become friends, to tell you the truth. Like, by the time the episode's over, I would say they're probably friends. So it was interesting to see that happen because they've been at war with each other like the entire show so far, and that lady's honestly been a kind of an evil person, not a nice person. So it was very interesting to see those two have fun together and talk it out. And like Stephanie told Alex she envies her and everything. Like it was very interesting. So, and then we get back to States, and Bombay and Coach T end up sitting down in the bar together and actually kind of connecting, or at least you think connecting. Have a good talk to each other, and like Coach T's talking about how all the parents are so hard on him sometimes, and he's like, all I ever do is deliver wins for them and championships. And Bombay like tells him, gives him his opinion and of his experiences, but he also tells Coach T about why he got banned from the NCAA and everything. And of course, in Coach T fashion, he turns around and goes and tells the goddamn committee board about it. And Bombay gets a phone call, and a guy comes and tells him, hey, you need to come. We got a problem. So then Evan, the next scene we go to, Evan's calling his mom and being like, yeah, you need to come here, Mom. We need you. We need you right now. Bombay's in trouble. They're not going to let him coach. So her hungover ass and Stephanie, they get in the car and they go, a Ferrari actually, and they go to States to this mediation thing, and they basically tell Bombay, because of your record and you've been banning from the NCAA, and we have scouts coming to see our teams, therefore we're connected to them, the NCAA, you cannot coach this little league hockey team anymore. It's shitty. But then Alex and Stephanie bust in, and Alex is like, I'm his attorney, I'm his lawyer. So we kind of get a little bit of a throwback to D3 when Bombay comes in as a lawyer and saves their booties from getting kicked out of the school. The same thing happens here with Alex, as she brings up some points that nobody has come to the Don't Bothers to scout at all. Nobody's come to look at them or anything, because you all thought we sucked and we would never go anywhere. Therefore, they were like, oh, I guess you're right. So Bombay gets to coach, but they told Alex that they want her back to be coach too. So, and she's back to normal. She's done being a hard ass. So, and then the rest of our episode was just at the party with the kids. Maya broke the girls' weekend thing right away when they got to States and went after this boy. And there's a bunch of drama with her and that guy through the episode. And then you got Evan and Sophie being jealous of each other with their dates and getting into a fight and then making up by the end of the episode. And then Nick and MJ like each other, and Evan finally just puts them together and says, you guys like each other. Go for it. Like, I mean, that's basically the gist of the episode. Like I said, it was kind of a filler episode. It was a lot of melodramatic teen drama. And it really focused on relationships with a lot of characters in the show. So, but it was cool to see them at States and everything. And it ended with them getting to the hockey arena, everybody. I think it was called the Minneapolis Igloo or something like that. So yeah, guys, our last episode is hopefully going to be lots of hockey, everybody, at States. That's what I'm hoping for. So, all right, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. And I'll be catching you on the tube later, because I have spoken.